Technical debt in cybersecurity. Let's discuss it for a moment. Technical debt is different from, for example, sunk costs. Sunk costs, they don't really have any impact on the future unless you have a bias, which we've discussed in one of the previous videos, around escalation commitment. But technical debt, it's extremely problematic. Why? It has impact on the future. And the problem is we can't always quantify that impact in a dollar figure until it becomes a significant expense. And that technical debt sits and it accumulates interest if you think about it. If there is something that needs to be fixed and you're not fixing it, maybe because you don't know how, or you don't have budget, or you have other priorities, then fixing it in the future is not going to become less expensive. It's going to become more expensive. And cybersecurity, the cybersecurity technical debt is typically the most expensive and the most toxic kind of technical debt, if you think about it. Because if you don't fix things around cybersecurity, if there are vulnerabilities, code weaknesses, there are configuration issues that you are aware of and you're not fixing them, they start compounding on one another. And when the push comes to shove, when you have a breach and somebody starts doing the exploitation, in many cases, it's not just like one huge vulnerability that they're going to exploit and they're going to get to everywhere in the company. It's the compounding factor of those smaller vulnerabilities that makes sense. And that's why it's extremely toxic. That's why it's high risk. So what should you do around the cybersecurity technical debt? Well, first of all, the first step is being aware that it exists. As soon as the system is in production, online, connected to the network, you have an application that you've released. And it's being there, it's sitting there, it can be used. It starts accumulating the technical debt if it has some kind of security vulnerability or weakness. And as you become aware of those, the propensity is we're going to do risk management. We're going to measure the risk for those vulnerabilities. We're going to say whether it's critical, high, medium, low, medium, low. And then we're going to say, this one I'm going to try to fix right away. This one I'm going to try to fix in 30 days. Or maybe because I have so many highs, I'm not going to fix mediums at all. And if you think about it, the risk from a specific vulnerability, it's not a static thing. It changes over time. Sometimes it decreases, sometimes it increases. But as with the debt, you don't know. You don't know exactly the interest you're accumulating on the cybersecurity technical debt. And that's why it's dangerous to say, I'm going to fix those higher priority. I'm not going to fix those that are lower priority. So what should you be doing about those? Well, obviously, as with anything, as with any bad habits, and accumulating security technical debt is, in my opinion, a bad habit. So you have to go and start getting into the cadence where you're going to say, you know what, in this period of time, even if I don't have any high vulnerabilities, high code weaknesses, high risk configuration issues to fix, I'm going to select top 5 of those medium priority ones, and I'm going to fix those. Just set a specific cycle, a period of time where you're going to fix things. Doesn't mean that those things are going to be big, but that means if you prioritize those things right and you're going to start fixing them, you will not let them grow bigger. You will not let the interest to compound on top of your cybersecurity technical debt. And this is going to solve a lot of problems for you as cybersecurity leader in the future. Just keep removing the technical debt. Keep doing that on a regular basis, and you will be in much better shape